Chris here at Review It All. So today this video is going to be over pool filter maintenance. I live in Texas. It's been over 100 degrees, high 90s lately, and my pool isn't crystal clear yet. And I've heard you're supposed to clean your filters every day until they get clear. So today I'm going to go and do a step-by-step of from running to cleaning back to running. So hopefully this gives you guys some insight and some help if you're struggling with the same issues. Stay tuned. Okay, here we go guys. This is my pool. It's about 16,000 gallons. You can see the steps, but it gets kind of murky. So, can't see the covers at the bottom for the pump. So we're going to clean the filters and see if it helps tomorrow. So it's still running at the moment. So step one, let's go cut the power. Okay, here is my fuse box. My fuses are 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are right here. So we cut the power. Now let's go drain the system. So my pool setup is a Jandy setup. That's a Jandy, and that's my Jandy pump. So to get the water out, we're going to take this cover off here, and we're going to open this valve here. This drains the water level in this, so we can take this off and access the filters to clean them. So let's remember, the power is off. This is not running. The pump is off. So we'll take this off. Give it some air in there so the water level goes down. There we go. We'll clean this basket as well, along with the filters, because this gets really dirty. So we've done that. And now let's open this valve. And that hissing is letting air in so the water level goes down enough for us to loosen this and crack this open. Okay, it's been about 10-15 minutes, so we'll go ahead and break this loose. It's not hissing anymore, so you know it's drained. I take a 9/16. It's a brass fitting. Sometimes it's a little tighter than that, but not today. Get that out of the way. And we'll pop that off and out the way. And this is a 2-piece basket, so we'll just lift right up, and there's our filters. It's pretty windy here in Texas, my part anyways, where I'm at, West Texas. So got a lot of sand build up. So we'll go ahead and get these cleaned up and put her back together. Okay, we're going to pull the top part off, and then we're going to drain the filters. So this keeps it all together. Wish I had an extra set of hands. So that connects all 4 filters together. I need to replace this part on mine. So now we'll just pick up a filter, let it drain out a bit, and we'll come back with all 4 filters ready to be cleaned. So here's the pieces. Sorry about the wind. This is the base that the filters sit in. There's the top, and here's all 4 filters. So let's start cleaning. Because it's windy, it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to hose them off from top to bottom get all the dirt out, get all the green out until the water's flowing clear, and then we'll show reassembly. We've got all the pieces cleaned, about to put back together. You'll never get the filters back to white. So when you're putting in the filters, you have to make sure that bottom is on bottom. So, no bottom there. But if you flip it over, it reads bottom. If you put these in upside down, you're going to crush the filter and it'll be collapsed the next time you open them up. So make sure your bottoms are on bottom. So I cleaned everything, rinsed everything out, cleaned the basket. I drain and clean this as well. So that's still open, this is open. Let's start putting it back together. So we got our bottom. It's got a notch, so it can only go in one way. Simple as that. Let's get the filters. There's no order for the filters. Just make sure they sit in their holes. And one more to go. Make sure all the bottoms are on bottom. Okay, then we'll get our other plastic piece. Throw this back on, line everything up. Simple as that. We'll get our little air hose for that vent we opened up earlier. It goes in here. Then we're going to put our seal on that part of the can, put the top on, cinch her back up with this ring, and we'll put the basket back in. Okay, here's our ring. There's no specific wrong way or right way for the ring. As soon as you get it on there, like so, and we'll get our top. Make sure it's nice and seated on there. We'll get our ring here. Pull that together, and here's our parts. Putting it together the same way we took it apart. Per the directions, you want a gap not to exceed a 1/16 of an inch. So it's got to be pretty tight. So we're good there. Now we're going to put our basket back in. So here's your basket. It's got a hole here. This is where the water comes in. It's got a little notch there too, so it locks in. It'll sink in there. It's locked in, so we know it's in right. Got a couple directions in here. Open that way, close this way, and you have a couple of bars here that show when it's locked. Locked is against this pipe. Okay, so we're locked there. And we have everything back together. Now we're going to go do a startup. Okay, now we're just going to flip the power back on. That was our top 2 fuses, breakers. So go ahead and push those and go check everything. Okay, we're back in here right after startup. You can see we haven't really got a lot of pressure yet. Still got some bubbles in there. All that's going to go away. There's our pressure. We'll get the air bubbles out. It's cleared up quite a bit. In a few minutes you won't see any bubbles. You'll just be clear and you see the basket. Spit a little water out to get the air out. And this is an old saltwater setup that I don't use anymore. We just do regular chlorine and tablets. So we got everything back together. Everything's turned on, running the way it's supposed to, no leaks, nothing wrong with it. One thing I did want to point out though, we have bad water pressure here at the house. So we invested in a water pressure washer, and I would strongly recommend not to use those on your filters because it can ruin them, and we've read reviews where it does destroy them. So now we just use our water pressure out of the hose, and we also got a little water comb for the filters. That actually works pretty good, but we used the pressure washer for about a year and we've already trashed those filters because it just destroyed them. So I would strongly not recommend using a pressure washer on your filters. It gets them a lot cleaner, but it destroys them. So, thanks for watching the video. I hope this step-by-step helps on how to take care and clean your pool filters. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris at Review It All.